Look at that, huh? Isn't that something? Well, good morning to you. Good Sunday morning to you. From Battle Mountain, Nevada. Where I ended up shutting down last night due to snow conditions and chain requirements.
Going west.
One more time.
Already they're closing down the road this up. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so got shut down last night due to snow.
The final just flashing screen chains or snow tires required in 30 miles.
It said snow chains required 30 miles. That's westbound. Yeah. I don't know. Well, anyhow, let's do a quick check-in. How about that? We got Sunday, November 8th. Time
The signs are flashing, just in case you're wondering.
8:56 in the a.m. and we got a temperature outside of about 29 degrees and falling, or not falling, warming up, I suspect. I don't know. Honestly, I kind of just got talked into to going and hitting the road here by another driver who I approached because I was curious which direction he had been heading. But there's a lot of trucks coming eastbound right now, so that's kind of a good sign. But yeah, it got pretty blizzardy last night. I think I got some video of it there for you. And so I went ahead, got up about 7:30, 8 a.m. this morning, kind of ho-hummed for a bit, and it was just icy. You know, we got the black ice conditions out here, so I ho-hummed about that for a little while. I went and I talked to another driver who just pulled in and went and fueled, and I was like, hey, which way you headed? He goes, oh, westbound. I was like, oh, okay. He's talking to me about, you know, of course, the topic is the conditions westward over in like Reno, and I don't know, I guess Winnemucca, and, you know, kind of unsure whether or not it's going to be passable. And he went and parked, and then I was just sitting there and looking at the weather report, and it looks like it's still going to be chains required out there. I don't know, at least in Reno. But by the time I get there, the likelihood that it'll be cleared up is pretty high. I got, let's see here, 9 miles I got to get out there. 165 miles, so that's 2.5 hours of drive time. That'll put me at close to noon, and it should have warmed up out there pretty good by then. I just don't know. And that driver came walking over to me, and he's like, what are you still doing here? And I was like, shit, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of freaking trying to figure out whether it's worth going or not. He's like, well, he says they just lifted the requirements, so the sun came out. And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, everybody else is leaving. I says, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's time to go. So I went ahead and rolled out. So there you go. So we shall see. We're going to go on a little adventure here, I guess. What? what the heck. I got chains if I need them. What I don't have is a lot of practice putting them on. And that is probably my bigger concern, is I need to practice putting them on, like, you know, when I get some time off kind of thing. I should have done it the other day because I had a feeling this was going to happen when I was sitting over at TA in Commerce City. I was like, yeah, I should probably practice putting them on. And then I was so comfortable and relaxed and enjoying some downtime that I opted to just stay in the rack like an idiot. But whatever. It is what it is. Coyote right there. Nope, he went off into the bushes right there. That was a big one too. That's a good sized coyote. That's cool. Usually the only time I ever see them is when they're when they've run in with a vehicle, which is never something you want to see, of course. I actually saw one, I think last night, right when I first got into Nevada. It was dark, and it was a baby. It was just a little guy, and he had actually just run across the lanes of traffic in front of me, but you know, far enough ahead of me, you know, that wasn't an issue. And he was over there like on the shoulder, kind of like looking back in traffic or whatever. So yeah, whenever I see something like that, I'm getting into the habit of reaching up for my horn, because that seems to be the best way to deal with wildlife that's, you know, thinking about crossing or thinking about going back across. Blow your horn at them, and that'll scare them off pretty good, from what I've found. So get in the habit of reaching up there for it anytime I see them. I remember back in whatever it was, I think I was in Wyoming a couple days ago, and there was a whole big group of deer. Like, I don't know, I mean, there was a herd of them, like 20 of them, 30 of them, all kind of hanging out grazing up there on the shoulder. A couple of them were getting a little close, so I went ahead and blew my horn at them, and sure enough, they went skipping away. So. Yep, so anyhow, I figure I'm going to sit back and focus on the road here, enjoy my coffee, and I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and throw you in hyperdrive here. And that way you can be here to be a witness for me. How about that? Yep, so anyhow, see you in a bit. know what? I'll tell you something. This happens all the time. You can see way better than I can. Man. Jeez, that was a good little snowfall right there. I couldn't see nothing. somewhere